Okay, so I'm gonna go through a little bit of a primer here on the MBoxWave Wyckoff trading system. Gonna show a few of the indicators and just gonna go over some analysis. I have a E-mini S&P September contract loaded here in NinjaTrader 8, 2000 tick chart. I've got a few days of data loaded. So now I'll populate the chart with some indicators from the system. Um, let's put in the inbox chart. That's what draws these boxes. Um, we'll put in the M-wave chart. That's what draws the um, waves going up and down. I'll put in the automatic floor ceiling. That's what gives the support and resistance lines. That has a period of 13 here. That is the period that is used to calculate these lines. It looks for volume, heavy volume, volume climaxes, and new highs and lows within that period to determine those lines, and they serve as a good way for finding support resistance, tops, bottoms. Fairly good. Periods I like to use can be 8, 13, 21, 33. Can experiment with it on different size charts, and when it looks good, those are the settings you use. Um, anyway, so I also want to load the latest indicator, which is the cumulative delta, which shows buying and selling pressure using the volume delta. So I'd also like to change here the M-wave chart. Let's use delta volume. So normally in NinjaTrader you don't have delta volume because it's not natively supported. So the delta volume actually is an algorithm from this indicator, mbid ask volume. It computes the delta volume from all the incoming ticks. So it analyzes each individual tick to determine bid and ask volume. So it's a proprietary algorithm, and the system works very well. Okay, so we're going to click OK. So the cumulative delta uses that mbid ask volume delta algorithm, and also the waves here. So the waves, the big number here is the total volume. The small number is the delta volume. And sometimes when the numbers are too big, we can actually use the divisors. We can divide by 10, and probably be a little easier to see. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And if these lines are getting in the way here, we can move them a layer. All right. So here I've got the E-mini S&P contract loaded. It's in real time right now. It's June 13th. Kind of wanted to go over this chart and do some analysis and see what patterns happen before a move. So here we see that the red lines are the floor lines, green lines are the ceiling lines. Here the floor line found the bottom here, and it tested it here again. Meanwhile, we've had minus 216 delta volume on this up wave, which is actually a good clue, because despite this move up, since we started coming down, this is the strongest move up. We've had all this bid volume, and with all this bid volume showing into cumulative delta, we're unable to make any newer low. We can't even penetrate this support line, this floor line. We can't even penetrate it with all this bid volume, and we can't even penetrate it. So something fishy is going on. or more like there's no supply left. So here we see really, the bid's not being able to do anything. Here demand comes in. We've got the 465 ask volume here in the delta, which is the most since we've seen coming down. We've got a lot of volume. And then as we're coming on these pullbacks, this is our last point of supply, the minus 42. And the cumulative delta does a great job of showing this. So we had all these bids coming in here. Here there's nothing left. Demand came in. And here's we exposed a lot of weakness in that the supply couldn't push price down. And this is our last point of supply, and boom, we jumped. Even on this wave down here, we've got 0. But it's really 2 if you look on the data box here. If you look here, it's showing we've got a delta volume of 2. But since it rounds using the divisor, that's why it's showing 0 here. But there's no supply here either. So looking at the picture this way, that's what's responsible for this move up. Scrolling left, let's look at this move down here. So we were going up here, and we've had quite a bit of buying volume. The 116, 370, 376. And then boom, minus 5. Well, that's a huge divergence. We've had a lot of buying here going on, and then boom, such a huge drop. Such a huge drop. So I like these setups because in the cases where there's a lot of divergence, it's easy to spot these patterns and these moves. And, we weren't able to make a new ceiling line, which would have been the case if there was a lot of interest at this level, but there wasn't. Boom, the minus 5, that's our divergence. This is look at that, this bar right here, this nice long down bar just breaks through our ceiling line. That's a great place to go short, take a position. Let's keep moving forward or backwards. Here we've got some action kind of ranging here and kind of goes up here. So let's see what's really going on. We go back here. So we see that for this leg here, the bids are in control. If you look at the cumulative delta, price is moving down. And we've got some offers coming in, price coming up, and then bam, here's a point of no supply. There's nothing left, and the cumulative delta shows that perfectly. It shows that there was supply, demand came in. On this leg of supply, we're not able to push price down. We're not able even to make a new floor here, and there's no bid volume left. Meanwhile, this 674 does show demand came in. Here we see there's no supply. The cumulative delta, a great place, take a position and expose that area. Let's look at this leg here now. So this is actually interesting setup. Let's look at the precursor here. The cumulative delta, we're coming down. We've got some buying volume here, and then nothing here. Just a small sort of peep here. Now what's really interesting is as this wave in box is going up, look at what the delta volume, the cumulative delta is doing, going down, 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 down. As the price is going up, the bids are flooding the market. So this is a case of price manipulation, really. It's to trap longs. This is a long trapper right here. And here we come up, we hit a ceiling, we find the local top, right after that, the cumulative delta, bam, bam, the bids flood in. By the time we reach this candle, the bids have flood in, and we see that the demand was just done. Price manipulation, bids flood in. We can get into that entry. Start coming down. This is a pullback. We've got a lot of bid volume coming in. This is our pullback. Coming back down here, minus 116. That's already changing behavior. We've had the minus 866, minus 1000, minus 700, minus 116, and our down move is complete. Change in behavior. And the clue to that was here when the offers came in, the buying volume came in here at the 572. So let's look at this leg. So we were coming from a downtrend here. Demand comes in here. Waves are coming in. We dip down below these three ceilings. We come up here. And one of the things that I always look at is, hey, if price took a really long time to get somewhere after a dip, it's one of Wyckoff's principles, shortening of the thrust. I'm not sure if the thrust from here to here is shortened, but compared to here and here, but the amount of time spent to achieve that was a lot considering this dip. And then we come in, and here's our selling coming in on the up waves because there's no demand left. The minus 37, minus 120. We try to keep poking holes through the ceiling here, and we're unable. The cumulative delta shows just that. Here we've had the buying, and here, bam, it's done. We're trying to poke up. We can't even close above this high, and we've had the selling come in on this up wave and on this up wave. And so those are divergences. We get into position. Doesn't last too long, but we keep repeating, scanning for these patterns and keep trading them and finding these opportunities, and it just happens each leg. Some legs last longer than others, and some legs shorter, but you keep doing this, and you get a feel for it, and take something out of the market. So that's just some overview of the last couple days of the E-mini S&P using the MBoxWave Wyckoff trading system. For more information, go to the site MBoxWave.com and visit the Facebook and the Twitter pages, which have the latest examples. Thanks for watching, and happy trading.